You know the story behind these saucers? The legend has it that they were modeled off the breasts of a French courtesan.
Ooh, who was it?
I don't know. It was the Marquise de whatever, whatever de whatever.
Oh, of the décolletage.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Griot Good. I'm Lee Sean.
And I'm Sophia.
We're all dressed up with nowhere to go tonight.
Except into your living rooms and your laptops.
Alright, so we're doing fancy dinner. We're already at our dessert course, but we'll show you how we got here.
We're going to do an intimate dinner for four, and we're starting with an updated version of a surf and turf. It's going to be perfectly done scallops, as well as a fine cut of filet mignon, and there's a special twist to how we're cooking it.
Yeah, it's all cooked on a salt block, which you can order online. It's actually quite inexpensive, and you don't even have to salt your food because it cooks it and seasons your food for you. And it looks totally impressive for your guests, so you can do it all in the kitchen, or you can actually put it in the middle of your table and cook it tableside.
We're going to drop the link for you to where you can purchase this down below, so stay tuned for that. And we're also showing off our dessert course.
Yeah, we're doing a sort of pudding chômeur, and this time we've just added some pineapple to the recipe.
It's a delicious addition.
So it's sort of like black tie meets sort of unemployed pudding.
Yes, it's a kind of a luau in an upscale penthouse.
Yeah, it's high, it's low.
It's all around and upside down.
All right, let's go. All right, let's get started by prepping our ingredients for surf and turf. We'll start by roasting our radishes in the oven with a little salt and pepper and olive oil, and we're heating up our salt block as well. Now we're also going to break down one lemon and making sure to remove all of the seeds. This lemon's getting blended later, so you really do want to get rid of all of the seeds, but you can leave the skin on. Next, we'll break down our meat. I'm cutting it up into 4 pieces for the 4 people we have for dinner tonight. And make sure to remove any excess fat as well. And we're just going to coat with a light seasoning of olive oil. Now we're going to make our lemon sauce. So it's our whole lemon, seeds removed, some water, some salt, a little bit of honey to soften that acidity a little bit, and then blend it up until it's smooth. Next, we're going to make this foam with the greens of our radishes. Now, if your radishes didn't come with nice looking greens, of course you can use spinach or any other slightly bitter green of your choice. And I've added a little lecithin to this as well, you see, which allows us to make these bubbles, but you can skip the lecithin if you can't find it. Now, we've finished roasting the radishes. We're going to cook our meat and our scallops now. And this is a salt plate, so as I mentioned earlier, we don't need to salt the meat because you're cooking on salt. We've just added a little bit of olive oil so the meat doesn't stick, and it helps browning as well. And so we're going to put our pieces of meat there and let it go. We're going to flip over our meat now. You see there's some nice browning, caramelization on the one side that we've cooked it on, and the scallops cook really fast, so we'll put them in a little bit later, as you see here. I like both the meat and the scallops a little medium rare. We don't want them overcooked at all. So keep an eye on everything as you go, and remember we don't need to salt anything because we're cooking on salt. So when the meat and the scallops get to the desired doneness, you can start taking them off, adding them to a warm plate, setting them aside. When everything's cooked through, we'll be able to plate everything nicely with our 2 sauces, our lemon sauce and our green foam. Now we're ready to plate, so we have our roasted radishes here. We're adding some mixed greens here to serve. A little bit of meat, a little bit of scallops, drizzling on our lemon sauce, which we've added some black pepper to as well. That sauce works as a salad dressing as well as a sauce for our steak and our scallops, and then we're drizzling on this green foam as well. And remember, if you don't have the lecithin, that's okay. Here it is, all completed. And here's a preview of our dessert, which you'll learn about in our next video. See you soon.
Surf and turf. I feel like we're gonna have to redo this. All right, we're gonna start again.